If you look at a map of Africa, you'll likely notice two countries with the name Congo. There's the Democratic Republic of the Congo, and its smaller neighbor, the Republic of the Congo. In today's video, we're going to be focusing on the latter and exploring the history of the Republic of the Congo. Let's get into it. Before colonialism, the region that is now the Republic of the Congo was home to several powerful Bantu-speaking societies. Between 2000 BCE and 500 CE, waves of Bantu migrations brought agriculture, ironworking, and new social systems to Central Africa. The most notable of these early states was the Kingdom of Congo, founded in the 14th century. At its peak, the kingdom stretched across parts of modern-day Congo-Brazzaville, Angola, Gabon, and the Democratic Republic of the Congo. It was a centralized kingdom ruled by a king known as the Man of Congo. Other important kingdoms included the Loango Kingdom located on the coast, which thrived through trade, and the Teke Kingdom located along the Congo River. These kingdoms prospered through trade networks that extended across the Atlantic and Indian Oceans. They dealt in ivory, copper, textiles, and unfortunately enslaved people. Enslaved people acquired through warfare or as a result of the Atlantic slave trade. The Europeans would arrive in ships offering guns, cloth, tools, and other goods in exchange for captives. Millions of Africans were captured and sent to the Americas, primarily from the Loango and Congo kingdoms. This tragic practice not only caused immense suffering but also significantly impacted the demographic landscape of the region. By the 19th century, European explorers, such as Pierre Sévergnat de Brazza, a French-Italian explorer, ventured inland, paving the way for French colonial claims. The Kingdom of Congo had already faced numerous challenges during the height of the slave trade. European powers, including Portugal, Britain, and France, competed for influence and control. And the kingdom was gradually weakened by internal conflicts and external pressures. The arrival of European explorers marked a significant turning point. In 1880, Pierre de Brazza signed treaties with King Makoko of the Teke people, placing much of the area under French protection. The French established Brazzaville in 1883, which later became the capital. At the Berlin Conference held between 1884 and 1885, European powers carved up Africa. The French formally gained control of the Congo, which became part of French Equatorial Africa, or AEF, in 1910. AEF consisted of 4 territories: Chad, Gabon, the Central African Republic, and Congo. Each territory had its own governor, but they were united under a single administration. During the colonial period, the French implemented policies aimed at extracting resources and labor. Harsh labor systems were imposed, forcing Congolese to work on railways and resource extraction sites. Vast quantities of timber, rubber, and minerals were exported to France. While some infrastructure was developed, it was primarily for the benefit of the colonial administration and extractive industries. The French language and Catholicism spread widely, becoming influential in education and governance. Despite the suppression of local languages and cultures, elements of traditional religions persisted. Many were converted to Christianity, adopting both the faith and its associated practices. However, traditional beliefs often coexisted with Christianity, leading to syncretic forms of religion. The combination of local beliefs and Christian teachings resulted in unique religious expressions. Some turned to traditional healing practices, while others integrated Christian prayers with traditional rituals. After World War II, the role of the Congo in Free France emerged as a pivotal moment. Following the fall of France to Nazi Germany in 1940, Charles de Gaulle established a government in exile in Free France. The territory played a significant role in this movement. After the war, the Fourth Republic faced criticism for its colonial policies. Growing nationalist sentiments in the Congo led to increased calls for independence. The Brazzaville Conference in 1944 aimed to address colonial issues, promising reforms but stopping short of granting independence. On August 15, 1960, the Republic of the Congo gained independence. Fulbert Yulu, a Roman Catholic priest and politician, became the first president. His government, however, faced challenges. Despite the initial hopes for a stable transition to independence, Yulu's regime became marked by corruption and favoritism. By 1963, discontent over his leadership culminated in labor strikes and protests. Amidst growing instability, Yulu resigned in 1963. Following Yulu's resignation, Alphonse Massamba Debate took power. Under his rule, the country adopted a socialist orientation. The economy was nationalized and diplomatic ties with the Soviet Union, China and other socialist states were strengthened. Masamba debates policies, particularly the nationalization of industries, were met with mixed reactions. Supporters viewed them as steps towards greater economic equality and independence from foreign powers. Critics, however, saw them as detrimental to the economy and a departure from the free market principles. These policies contributed to the creation of a one-party state, the PCT, which aimed to centralize power and implement socialist ideals. The party's dominance limited political participation and dissent. In 1968, Marion Ngouabi, a military officer, led a coup ending the People's Republic of the Congo's association with non-aligned socialism. He established the People's Republic of the Congo, the first Marxist-Leninist state in Africa. Key features of this era included one-party rule under the Congolese Party of Labor, or PCT, the nationalization of industries and close alliances with the Soviet Union, China, and Cuba. Ngouabi's government suppressed political opposition and implemented socialist policies. He faced opposition both domestically and externally. Tensions with neighboring countries, particularly those aligned with opposing political ideologies, were evident. In 1977, Marion Ngouabi was assassinated, leading to a period of instability. Joachim Yambio succeeded him, but faced challenges in consolidating power. By 1979, Denis Sassou Nguesso, another key figure in the military, came to power. His rule marked a shift towards a more personalized and authoritarian form of socialism. He maintained close ties with the Soviet Union until its collapse in 1991. The end of the Cold War and the collapse of the Soviet Union had a profound impact on the country. With the dissolution of the Soviet Union, the People's Republic of the Congo lost a crucial ally and source of support. The government's socialist policies, which were heavily influenced by the Soviet model, faced growing challenges. Congo began to embrace a more market-oriented economy, moving away from centrally planned socialism. In the 1990s, the Congo transitioned towards democratization. Amidst growing internal and external pressures, a national conference held in 1991 marked a significant step towards multi-party democracy. Political parties were legalized and a new constitution was adopted. However, this transition was not without its challenges. Ethnic and regional tensions escalated, leading to violence and instability. Pascal Lissouba, a prominent politician, won the 1992 presidential election. His victory, however, did not bring lasting stability. Conflicts between rival militias and ethnic groups continued to escalate. The situation culminated in the outbreak of civil war in 1997. Forces loyal to Sassou Nguesso, backed by Angola, intervened, leading to the overthrow of Lissouba's government. Sassou Nguesso returned to power and thousands were killed in the conflict. Since regaining power in 1997, Denis Sassou Nguesso has remained the dominant figure in Congolese politics. His government has been characterized by authoritarianism, corruption, and human rights abuses. Oil wealth has brought both opportunities and challenges. Congo is among Africa's top oil producers, but the dependence on this resource has led to vulnerability. Fluctuations in oil prices and production can significantly impact the economy. Revenue from oil has not always translated into tangible benefits for the population. Despite efforts to diversify the economy, oil remains a dominant sector. Internal conflicts and rebellions have persisted. Sporadic violence and insurgencies, particularly in the Pool region, have challenged the government's authority. The civil war in the late 1990s was followed by smaller conflicts and rebel movements. Congo has experienced a series of elections with Sassou Nguesso winning multiple terms. However, these elections have been marred by accusations of fraud and voter intimidation. In 2015, a constitutional referendum allowed Sassou Nguesso to extend his rule. The referendum was controversial and drew international scrutiny. Despite the controversies, Sassou Nguesso remains in power and his political dominance continues. Congo's culture is a blend of traditional practices and modern influences. Its music, languages, and art reflect this fusion. While French is the official language, Lingala and Kituba are widely spoken. Traditional music genres like soukouos and rumba have influenced African music. Christianity is the dominant religion, but traditional beliefs persist. The country's diverse ethnic groups, including the Congo, Teke, and Mbochi, have contributed to its cultural richness. Today, the Republic of the Congo faces challenges including economic dependency on oil, corruption and inequality, authoritarian politics, and underdeveloped infrastructure and education systems. Opportunities exist in agriculture, forestry, and tourism. The country's biodiversity and its location within the Congo River Basin offer potential for development. The history of the Republic of the Congo is a journey from powerful ancient kingdoms and colonial exploitation to independence, socialism, civil war, and a modern state still seeking stability and justice. The country's story is shaped by its people, as resilience, and the challenge of building a brighter future. If you enjoyed this video, please remember to hit the like button. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next one.